Two dudes reviewing the news, pop culture, video games, movies, and shoes. Quincey and Justin with a nerdy forecast. So stay a while and welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast.
Well, the Ugly Mugs Podcast. I'm your host, Quincey.
I'm your other host, Justin.
What the fuck was that look for?
You were looking at me weird.
I look over and you're giving me a look. This is why you guys gotta watch the Twitch stream. Tell me who gave who a look first.
I don't know. You're just looking at me. How dare you?
So it's the week after Christmas, and it's something we both celebrate. How was having your first Christmas Eve and Christmas Day in 13 years?
In 7 years.
7 years.
It's been 7 years. And felt good. I didn't do very much. Power went out, which was which was a bit weird for me, but it was fine. I had some good food.
Before we moved, I had an outage that lasted a good couple hours. Someone plowed into one of the transformers or something. And when I tell you it got dark, it got dark.
Oh, yeah?
You didn't realize how dark it can get still this close to the city if everything goes off at the same time.
Jesus.
It was one of those things where it's because we were out and about, I was very careful about the course I drove home because streetlights were out.
Oh, it was that.
Yeah, and so I was I was very
I thought you were talking just household. No, but you were saying everything in that
the neighborhood. The neighborhood, certain streets, including main 4-lane, 45-mile-an-hour roads.
Okay.
And certain parking lots. It was an entire section of the grid went out, and it was one of those things of it is fucking dark. And I don't trust people to not end up on the wrong side of the road.
Lights out.
Or anything like that. So I took back roads with my lights on, very slow, very aware to make sure I made it home safely because it was fucking dark.
And how long did that last?
A couple hours.
Oh, okay. So it was just the one time.
Yeah.
Oh,
I used to have a weird blackout thing that would happen where we would randomly lose light for 2 or 3 minutes.
Oh.
Every couple of days. It was they were fixing something or doing something. Shit would go out, and then we come back on. It was fucking weird. But no, this one was a big thing. Someone had plowed into some equipment.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it was a little weird that you lost on Christmas. It sucks you lost on Christmas.
Yeah.
It sucks for 2 reasons. Because it sucks that you lost it and that it was on Christmas. But also sucks because that means someone had to go and fix it on Christmas.
Yeah.
So
it was a good couple hours too. Which but luckily it was when sun up, so we just opened up a blind or two and we were fine.
Yeah.
Cold stuff stayed cold. We didn't open up the fridge, freezer.
my uncle lives in California, and he deals with a lot in Northern California. So he deals with a lot of the crap from PG&E out there, and they kept telling him that he was going to be in a designated rolling blackout area.
That's right, you mentioned this.
And my grandmother's on insulin.
Yeah.
So he had to go and rent a generator for an ungodly amount per day until they were past the rolling blackout thing to make sure that her insulin stayed refrigerated. They never got hit with the rolling blackout.
Just to spike up that generator market, I guess.
I guess. I don't know. I'm jumping into the chat right now. I see we got someone in there. Give me a second. I will have mine up and running. I was not ready on that.
Good old Vulcan, one of my players of my campaign.
There we go.
Not that Vulcan.
Oh.
Yeah, Warhammer Vulcan.
Do they have a hand gesture?
They're.
Oh, hey.
Warhammer lore is both interesting and
Getting the chat.
Scary.
Getting the chat up and running. I just got to watch a Book of Boba Fett trailer.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh, hey, sucks.
And now the chat says fuck Warhammer. So
yep,
that's where we are at today.
Yep. If they have a Civil War, let them have a Civil War. We will be there later.
Let's hit this real quick, and then I have something before we actually delve into this because it just popped in my head because Warhammer made me think of this.
Okay.
So we went easy on the drinks. Like I said, it's just right after Christmas. We're lazy. We're tired.
Got a Dr. Pepper.
He's got a Dr. Pepper. I've just got coffee, regular donut shop coffee.
Yeah, if I had thought about it, I was yo, let's go pick up an Arizona tea, but oops. Also a little bit of ASMR. Ready?
So Disney Plus has these sound things for Star Wars. We can go and you listen to different sounds. It's 7-minute videos, 8-minute videos, stuff like that.
Okay, like ASMR style.
ASMR style, but not full-blown ASMR. And I'm they're so... There's a whole section for beeps.
Oh, Jesus.
But they're so close to having something. Because I really feel like if they were to just make full-blown ASR rooms like you're in the fucking cantina.
Oh, the
stuff like that. The stuff that people already make on YouTube But some of it's a little lacking because they're trying to do it without getting shut down. Some of it's really good.
Yeah, because Disney. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're still not even the worst, Nintendo.
Nintendo's actually gotten a little better. Nintendo's gotten a little bit better.
But if they were to do full-blown ASMR rooms you could turn on Disney Plus, I think it would up their subscriber rate massively.
Oh yes. If they were to do it officially, yes.
Yeah. So what I want to talk about real quick is we've been kind of we live in Vegas.
Yes.
Remember we went for your birthday a couple years back to play some video games?
That little arcade thing?
The big arcade thing, not Game Nest, GameWorks.
Oh yeah, what about it?
They announced that they will be closing their Vegas location right now. They're done.
Well, that's kind of funny.
Yep, they just out of fucking nowhere. We're done. COVID hit us hard. We're gone.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I kind of figured that would have happened with at least GameWorks or I think Dave & Buster's managed to be like, we're going to be COVID friendly because we're also a sports having establishment. Mm-hmm. And they have their like 60 fucking screens, yada yada yada. So they were going to be like one table here, one table here, one table here. Sure, occupancy goes down, but our rates still stay the same.
Yeah, I like Dave & Buster's. I don't like Dave & Buster's prices.
Same. If you go on like a free evening, like Tuesday or whatever the hell deal they used to have, where you get like the last 4 hours of their shift for cheap, and like it comes with like half price appetizers, half price entrees, that kind of thing. Sure, why the fuck not? Because even the workers are like, whatever, you guys are here just to get the deals. We're here to make all of our money for half the effort. We don't care.
And it's one of those things that, I can't use.
And I know you don't drink, but those motherfuckers spike those drinks. I paid for a $13 drink. I was crocked almost on the first one.
So we have new emotes in the Twitch thing, which I can't use because I'm not subscribed.
Yeah.
And it also locked me out of the one I did have.
Did I move one?
Just the regular Cliff one.
Oh, the smiley face?
That one right there. Now it's locked when I click it.
Oh.
So.
Or wait, are you following our channel?
I used to be.
Well, follow it now.
And I had that one.
Well,
no, following it. Yeah, I'm following it. It says subscribe.
Well, there's follow emotes, such as this one.
It should be following.
Yeah, because if you follow, you get that one. So, yeah, that was one of the beta test things that we're rolling through, is we now have follow emotes. Because now when you follow, you get emotes, which kind of leans into, hey, you got these emotes, do you want more emotes? I like it. It shows, if you're in our stream, that's interesting. If you're in our stream, you use only the ones that, if you're following only ours in that one, you can't take them with you. But the subscription ones you can take with you. It's interesting. I like it. It's a good idea, done a bit odd, because I think they should have had those since the beginning. But
the do one I have is because of a channel I'm subscribed to.
Yeah, over the last week and a half, I've been playing a truckload of Destiny. I actually have worked so hard on like helping everyone out with the Dungeon of Avarice, Grasp of Avarice, and so on, that I actually worked hard to get the Warlock robe that is just a hiker vest. On his hip, he has like a single burner. On his other hip, he has a thermos, and he's got a big old backpack. Because I'm helping carry the load. I'm a Sherpa. The only thing I don't really know how to do yet is the raids. Some of them a little bit confuse me, but hopefully we'll get it figured out. You got a comment in the chat.
You've seen this one before. It is the I Godzilla Tokyo shirt.
Yep.
And my new jacket.
Your new jacket.
And my ever-growing hair that I desperately need to chop off. Yeah, I don't know why. I think maybe my app needs an update.
Yeah, maybe.
And that's why I was going to go check.
Okay.
Because I can't do the follower ones. Let me see. Update. Update. There's an update. All right, so I will disappear from the chat and come back.
Okay.
So really quick, we were talking about Dave & Buster's. The one other thing that I was going to say about that was I've done the thing where if you buy the meal, they give you a certain amount of play.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so we've done that, and that's a little bit better, but it's still kind of pricey.
It is. It's like $35, and it only gets you like $10 worth of play.
I think
you're paying $25 for the meal.
Yeah, I think our best thing has been Game Nest financially.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah. Because it was what 3 hours for all three of us for what was it 30?
Something like that.
And
they have all day passes that are like 35.
Yeah.
We were so close. We should have just done the all day pass.
But that's fine.
All right.
It's not like we would have stayed there all day. We were already starting to get burned down on the third hour.
Updated and nope, didn't fix it.
Ah well.
They're still the same ones.
We'll figure it out later.
Oh well. But I am in the chat. I will be there to text it to you guys. Ooh,
Nothing broken. Nothing broken. Nothing broken.
So it's not a heavy news week. Like we were talking off air. It's the week after Christmas. It's the week before New Year's, and New Year's is a weekend. Yeah. And I just feel like the world's not going to go back to really doing anything until next week.
The only thing I noticed anyways was coming to Game Pass in 2022, and I'm like, all this stuff we already know except for that one there. But I kind of don't want to talk about that one. It's good that it's maybe 40 games coming to Game Pass in 2022 over the course of the whole year. But
and none of those are like coming to Game Pass 2022, and they're just referring to the first week of January.
Nope, it is returned returned is going to be June. So yeah, no, it's all of it.
The app is only showing Stalker 2 as a coming.
Get
soon.
out of here, Stalker! No, it's an image on.
No, I'm just saying the app. That's all they're showing is Stalker 2.
Get out of here, Stalker!
I kind of wish they would show the full thing in the app. I've always kind of disliked that part of how the app works.
Yeah, I mean, like.
If I switch to PC, does it change it?
Fuck no.
No, in fact, the coming soon section is just missing.
Oh, well, they have the whole list right here, but where's the image?
Well, here you go. Leaving soon for PC, Yakuza 0, Yakuza 2.
Well, all the Yakuza, that's right.
Another Yakuza.
All the Yakuza is leaving.
I never got the chance to finish them.
Oh, no.
Oh, well. I don't have the time to play all that.
Fair enough.
I would love to. Realistically, I don't have the time right now. Yeah, they're taking most of them off. That really sucks.
I want the image. Can I get the image? Please and thank you. Please and thank you.
Okay.
I just want the list. Sure, whatever, man. Give me image. Give me my process.
I'm sorry. Is the chat trying to do some weird version of James Bond?
So sick, Natasha. So sick. Not shopping images. Thank you. It's similar to this one, but it's...
Is it the one right there underneath? Oh, that's 2021, never mind.
Yeah, it's similar to this one, but I'm just going to use this one when it decides to actually work.
What has been... I feel like that's been happening on my phone. I feel like that's been happening on
I think
this.
the weather. I think it's the weather.
It's just images don't want to finish loading. They're all fuzzy.
Yeah, and then you have to wait, and then you do it, and then it finally loads. Yeah, I gotcha. Okay, let's go ahead and move you guys over to the main screen. Boop.
Dial-up level freaking download here.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of dial-up,
what?
We're missing frames, but it's fine.
Okay.
For the listeners, for the later, you guys will be aces. So this is not the full image, but this here is not even half the list. But there are a few games on this list that I am very excited for, such as Atomic Heart, a Fallout meets eerie, creepy dolls mixed with like a carnival style thing.
Yeah, fuck that.
Replaced, which is going to be a better, in my opinion, it's going to be Blade Runner, but better.
Blade Runner 1 or Blade Runner 2?
1.
I actually saw a post the other day that was defending Blade Runner as one of the greatest Blade Runner 2 is one of the greatest movies ever made. And I'm like, did we watch the same fucking movie?
Who are you? You're that person.
Because I don't think we watched the same fucking movie.
It's fine if you want to have something to fall asleep to. Bad thunderstorm's over where Socks is at. We got clouds above head giving us light rain. It's gonna be a weird one for the stream. Hopefully next week will be golden all across the board. But back to the list. Redfall. We saw the trailer for this end of E3, if I'm not mistaken, with the destroying vampires with interesting weaponry. Cool stuff. Stalker 2. I don't know why they're pushing Stalker 2 over like a lot of others. I'm not mad. I'm just curious why. Eodin seems like it's gonna be a good one. Anacrosis probably going to be going Scorn, which doesn't have the name Scorn, but I know that's Scorn because of the H.G. Geiger nonsense.
We're up to 6 on that now. Are we doing all right?
That's how we're doing. That's supposed to be 0.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the best we got.
Okay. Hey, look, Warhammer.
Hey, look, Warhammer, Total War Warhammer 3. Apparently, this one's going to be the best one because Total War Warhammer 2 did exceedingly well in their market.
What,
so.
6 years ago?
Yeah. I mean, it warranted a sequel, so we're getting it this year.
I'm not saying it didn't deserve a sequel. I'm saying it probably deserved a sequel 6 years ago.
Okay.
My whole thing is they took too long.
I mean, the one that actually took too long was...
the Resident Evil remakes?
Yeah, I'll give you that one. But no, there's another Warhammer Space Marine. We're getting Space Marine 2 after 14 years? No.
My 6 years is a guess, by the way.
Huh?
My 6 years is a guess.
Oh, well, let's find out. Because I thought it wasn't that long. Total War Warhammer 2.
I'm going to laugh.
2017. So only 4 years.
Okay, 4 years is more respectable. I'm sorry. I take back what I said.
Okay. And like it's got respect across the board.
I will take back what I said. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and then let's see. When was War? Now this is the one you can make fun of. Warhammer Space Marine. 2011. So 10 years. 10 years.
10 years. I did my waiting.
But yeah, 10 years ago, and they just revealed the number 2, and it looks good. It looks like it's going to be something fun for those who enjoy Warhammer.
This is Game Workshop, right?
Yeah. Okay. They're becoming a little bit more odd because they'll, on one hand, they're going to smite the makers of unique content that is both entertaining and otherwise. But then on the open hand, they'll make original content for those who want to buy it. But there's no middle ground for those who want to make the content with the content that they're making.
I know of one of their shops in town.
Yeah.
I drive by it regularly.
Yeah.
I have parked in front of it to go to Baskin Robbins.
Right next door, yeah. Is it right?
It's like diagonal.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I've never been inside of it for multiple reasons. One, it's never fucking open. Like, their hours are fucking ass.
Really?
Yeah. Let me pull up the hours real quick. Oh, yeah, the stream died on my phone now.
Yeah, we're stream's going to have a little bit of hiccuping, so we're just going to brush over it. It's going to be okay. We're going to just keep talking. Had been smiting fan animations, that is correct. There was a fan animator that did, like, text-to-speech Emperor, and I actually found them kind of humorous for someone who wasn't a big, Warhammer fan.
Really quick, 11 to 7. 11 a.m. to 7.
Okay, that's not too bad.
It's not too bad, but at the same time, it's like, I'm not going during a lunch break, so I'd have to go after work type of thing. Like,
yeah, when the sun goes down, but yeah.
The other thing is, I don't play Warhammer, so I've never seen any other reason to go in there other than, like, oh, they probably sell D&D stuff that I can get at 60 other shops that are closer and open. And
yeah, and speaking of which, we still have to go visit the new location.
Oh, I've been into it. Yeah. Not since they finished the construction, but I've been into it.
Okay. But let me go ahead and move this over here so I can close out of some things safely.
Close, open, close, close,
All
close,
right.
open.
Let's go ahead and head into the things that we've been watching. So Quincy saw it. I have not seen it, but I have been spoiled on it, and he will avoid spoilers.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a spoiler-free as possible type of thing on this. I'm reading the chat.
Oh.
We just got sent a YouTube link. That's it. Socks is a spam bot. We gotta get rid of him.
But she's my mod. Yeah, no, she was actually super helpful during Destiny stream that I had a couple days ago. That went surprisingly well.
So I played Among Us for the first time on console.
Okay.
Typing is a bitch.
Typing is a bitch.
Typing's a bitch. And this is why I want to play with people I know so that I can just put the headset on. We don't have to type. You have to be very confident about not yelling out, "Oh, you fucking bitch, Red killed me."
Yep.
All right, so Hawkeye. I finally watched it. So I am caught up on the MCU except for two things. I have not watched What If, and I have not watched The Eternals.
I have also not seen Eternals yet.
I mean, also, I didn't finish Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Cloak and Dagger, or Marvel's Runaways, but that's not here or there. Marvel's Runaways, I think, technically is Fox Universe, not Disney Universe, anyways.
That's fine.
So, this was spoiled for me by IGN, fuck you guys. And then again by Fathom, fuck you guys. And then again by IGN, fuck you guys again.
I agree.
Literally within an hour of the episode debuting, they dropped the biggest spoiler for the show. I won't say what it is for those that haven't been spoiled, but if you've seen the show, you know what it is, or if you have been spoiled, you know what it is. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. It's been ruined for him as well. He hasn't sat down and watched the show yet because of it.
I cracked into the first episode just so that way I can at least break the ice, but I'll wait for Socks. We'll probably catch up.
So it's 6 episodes. I watched them all in a row, and I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
The logo is the comic book, which I knew, but each episode's end credit scenes is the comic book cover art.
Oh, nice.
That's
actually really nice.
Yeah, it's the art style from the comic book cover art. This was originally supposed to be a Hawkeye movie, according to Jeremy Renner's original contract with Disney, but Kevin Feige felt it'd be better as a miniseries. Talked to Renner. Renner agreed, and they were able to edit his contract to allow it to be this.
Oh, good.
And I am so glad it is.
Renner seems like he's one of those that if you just sit down and talk with him, he's going to be cool with
Yeah,
whatever.
from what I understand, it got to a point where they were having him do so much stuff for Marvel, he kind of got mad at one point and was like, I'd like to spend some fucking time with my kids. And basically put it down as either you're going to let me spend some time with my kids or you're going to find a new fucking Hawkeye. And they were like, sorry.
Yeah.
And now, they work with him on this one now. The things I can say about it, without spoiling it, because it's obvious what the show's about, it is definitely a Hawkeye story. It is definitely a Kate Bishop story. And it is definitely done an amazing job at making it Kate's story without making it her as like a sub thing to Hawkeye or whatnot. It is Kate's story as much as it is Clint's story. And I shouldn't even say as much as it is Hawkeye because they're both Hawkeye. At least in the comics, he's obviously Hawkeye in this, and Kate's obviously the newcomer. It starts to fill in some more the blanks on certain things. There's some great shit at the end of the final episode that has just blown my mind about certain things. I won't get too deep into it, but I loved it. It looked great. It was funny. It didn't leave me sitting there going, come on. Like, I was eager to keep going and to do the next episode. That it was 3-something in the morning when we finished. It didn't drag, and it's one of those ones that's got rewatchable value, which so far has happened with all the Marvel shows.
Yeah.
I feel WandaVision's rewatchable, but sad.
Yes.
Loki's rewatchable.
Loki's very rewatchable.
Falcon and Winter Soldier's rewatchable.
That's where I think we disagree. I
really don't like the bad guy in that.
I really don't. Just because it was... I'm going to try and avoid spoilers, but I'm whining about this because for the 5 years we had the greatest time, and now that everyone's back where I want it to back away it was because this was the perfect world. And it's like, that kind of mentality is not going to help you. Well, we're going to do it through the way that is even worse. Okay, well, we're going to do it the worst way. Okay, you're not helping your cause any. Oh, but we are, because we're gonna do it ourselves.
You can't argue with Mad Men.
No, I'm not wanting to do that. But there's a certain scene that the villain runs into that I honestly wanted them to gain empathy, but it just kind of falls flat, and it just makes them seem even whinier.
I think one of the big things for me, it may be why there's a disconnect there, is I wasn't watching the show for the villain. I was watching the show for Falcon, for Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
I was watching the show for Cap. I was watching the show for Zemo.
Zemo was a needed addition. If it didn't have Zemo, I don't think I would have enjoyed it as much.
The final episode of that show is fucking phenomenal, especially with like the action and some of the things we get from Falcon.
I will give you that. I will give you 600% of that, especially that final speech.
Yeah. So, and there's even like parts in the show, like there's a lot of good parts I can point out in the show, and I will say they almost never have the bad guy in it.
Yeah.
For instance, the fight between Bucky and Sam outside of the guy's house where the cops show up.
Yeah.
That scene's fucking amazing, and I love that scene. The bad guy's not involved with it at all.
No, but it's because of the whininess of the villain that makes me go, me.
So I can rewatch all of them.
Yes.
I think this is probably the one I've enjoyed the most and want to rewatch the most. And yeah, I'm probably a little biased because it's snowy. It's Christmas. They did a cover of Carol of the Bells that is on my Christmas playlist now.
You played it for me before the stream.
But I loved it. It was so good. It was funny. It was good action. It wasn't heavily CGI'd. It was just a lot. And if it was heavily CGI'd, it was well done. It didn't feel heavily CGI'd. There's a bad guy gang in this.
Okay.
That is fucking hilarious. And I want you to watch this one. I think you'll really enjoy it. And I understand why you're having a hard time. When you have the time and when you can, you and Socks both should watch it. Make sure you've seen Black Widow if you haven't. That's all I can say.
Oh, really? Okay, so we'll watch Black Widow first.
Make sure you watch Black Widow.
Okay. Because, well, I mean, we've been enjoying Disney Plus. Thank you. Because we have also watched a couple things on it, such as Encanto. Or just to tick Socks off, I've been calling it Encano.
I don't know anything about this one.
It's a Disney film. It is straight up 600% a Disney film.
Okay.
It is similar to Up, where rough part happens at the beginning, good scenes in the middle, rough part at the end. That's pretty much the best I can give you. It's the formula.
I heard that's how Coco was also, and I haven't seen Coco.
Coco hits hard all the way through.
Oh, does it?
Yes.
Okay.
If I had to pick between the two, I would say Coco. Coco feels much more... I feel like there's more life in Coco. I like the music of Encanto a little bit more, though. I don't know. It's like this. They're both really good as far as music. Going expecting a musical, because that's kind of what this one is.
It's Disney.
It is Disney, but this is a musical.
I took some friends to see the Muppet movie, the one with Jason Segel, when it came out.
Okay.
And we sit down, and the first song starts to cue up, and one of them leans forward and goes, "Wait, is there going to be fucking singing in this movie?" And I looked him in the face and went, "It's a fucking Muppet movie."
Sit down and enjoy the show.
Like, what the fuck? It's time to light the lights.
Yep.
So, give me the gist of the story without spoiling it. Like, what is the concept of the story?
So, it actually starts off kind of rough with a mother, father, and their 3 kids are escaping ruination of their village. Okay. And they are casted out, and they take a lot of people with them. And as they're crossing a river, one of the escapees, refugees, gives themselves up, and it creates a contrast for the mother and the 3 children, who says, I need help. I can't lead all these people to doing things. Mm-hmm. And then a miracle happens. And with the miracle, every generation has a form of gift. And every gift is, it's as generation. And I don't want to go any further than that. It's just, there's a lot of issue with these gifts that are being given.
Okay.
And it ends with a family, because it's all a family. Mm-hmm. It's all one big happy family that isn't very happy.
Gotcha. Sounds powerful.
It is, and it was a very final scene.
The chat points out that you and Socks are bawling.
Yeah.
To be clear, I cried at Spider-Man. So.
Yeah, I also cried. I cried at Coco. I cried at Violet Evergarden. I cried at Coco. That Grave of the Fireflies.
I cried.
Have you ever?
I haven't seen Grave of the Fireflies. We own it.
Yeah, I know.
But every time it gets brought up, everyone's like, "Oh, I can't do that right now."
God, there is never going to be a good time for that.
I
guarantee you, there is never going to be a good time for that.
I've also never seen Your Lie in April. Another one I cried at. I cried at the ending of Star Wars Rogue One, not the beach. For people who have seen the movie, and I mean it's kind of a spoiler, but the movie's been out for a while. It's the what do we have of Hope scene with Princess Leia. I watched it the day she died, and so
it hit a little harder.
Yeah,
it hit a little harder.
Yeah.
But every single look at that. Look at the cover.
Weaklings, a lot of you. It's a very pretty. Is that a capybara?
Yeah. It actually has a central role.
Nice. It's a very pretty poster.
Yeah.
Very colorful, very detailed.
And you can kind of gauge everyone's gift off the cut.
Well, what's that thing in the background? Go back to the left.
Left,
Down.
down,
Down.
down.
Right there.
Then.
What the fuck? Controller of the mice.
Kinda.
Okay. Very interesting. Where's it set? Like Brazil, Spain?
I don't know. Because it's got rainforesty style things, but I'm unsure. I'm very unsure of its locale. Because it has like Aztecian style buildings, but it also adds in a little bit of Brazilian birds with jaguar.
Okay.
So that's Peru, Brazil. It's Colombia. Colombia sounds like it would be a really good area for that to be.
I was gonna say because I do know that with Tangled and Frozen, they've created a new country. They're no longer using existing locations with those ones, so I wasn't sure if this did that too.
Yeah. And the best song, is that a real bird in a fully animated scene?
Kind of looks like it.
What the fuck? And the best song is the one given by the Strong Woman. I enjoyed that song. I forget her name, but her song hits good. It hits what is wrong. It hits how they could potentially try and fix it, but at the same time, it's a confusion for them.
So I've also reached a point where like I can watch sad movies and it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be sad, but I'll watch them the once.
Yeah, you don't want.
Am I gonna want to watch this again after the first time? Is there any fun to it?
I feel like I could watch it again, but I'm not you. If you asked me to watch Violet Evergarden, I'd be like, I'm skipping episode 8.
Okay.
Because episode 8 hurts. It does not make me feel good. It is beautiful animation, but I will die.
Mm-hmm. Like I won't watch Jack.
Oh,
Robin Williams.
Yep. Yeah. Okay.
Let's see what else. I'm sure there's others.
I mean,
I'll watch Philadelphia to show new people, but I don't just turn Philadelphia on.
Fair enough.
We got you to watch Philadelphia, right? Tom Hanks, Denzel Washington, yeah.
No,
Antonio Banderas.
That is a combination I've never heard of.
Oh shit! Okay, yeah, I watched Philadelphia.
Oh, okay. I mean, there's a big list, and there's a few bits of homework that I said I would do. But speaking of other things that I would do, boom! I also did. Socks and I finished What If, and the question of what if is, what would happen if blank happened to blank, or so and so took this, or instead of good old Steve Rogers, it was. You good?
Yeah.
Okay. It was Peggy, and that's what they started off with, and I'm damn glad they did, because that's what kind of kept me in, because that was kind of the leeway. Socks wanted to go in with it, and I was like, fine, and then we started watching it, and I was gonna gauge it, and if it didn't flow right to me, I was just gonna be like, you go ahead, you enjoy it. But I'm glad that it flowed right. I'm glad that I felt good with it, and I'm glad that we went the whole way with it.
I want to watch it. I just haven't had the time.
Yeah.
It's on my list. I want to watch it because I like the What If comics. I want to watch it because I like Marvel, and I want to watch it because I know what some of the episodes are, and I'm excited to see specific episodes.
Oh, it's good.
So,
it's good.
I'm very curious about the What If they didn't defeat Ultron. I'm very curious about the zombies.
Zombies was a fun one. Zombies was a very fun one.
I like the whole What If Peggy because of Captain Britain and whatnot, but I still want Captain Britain to happen. Captain Britain's a thing in the comics, and so I would still like to see and not a What If, an actual Captain Britain movie or show or something happen.
Wait till the last episode of What If then.
Okay.
Because there's a little bit of cut there that I think you're gonna enjoy.
Okay.
Also, they used a costume I didn't think they were gonna do. So when you're done, I have something I want to kind of like cycle around you.
Okay. So I think right now what's gonna happen is I'm probably gonna watch Book of Boba Fett. Because I've already been spoiled and it's been out for less than 24 hours.
Yay. But
and that one wasn't IGN, but it was another news site on Twitter. And so I may have to start blocking certain terms.
I've already done that with 4 terms. And
'Cause-
I don't want to have to keep doing that.
Yeah, but
People. Yeah.
within the first 12 hours of the show being out, the first episode of the show being out, it's something I knew was going to be referenced and whatnot, but doesn't mean we're going to get the confirmation.
Yeah.
So it'll probably go Book of Boba Fett and then
What
What If? And then Eternals comes out the
22nd.
12th
Oh.
on Disney Plus.
Is
I
it?
believe.
Oh. Oh, whatever.
Disney _
I tried to hit plus. I was over one button. Leave me
January
alone.
12th.
Okay, I thought it was 22nd. My bad.
Yeah.
I'm excited to watch that.
And then I'll have the IMAX Advanced, which my TV can't handle, but I'm going to do it anyways. It can handle it in size. It can't handle it in quality.
Oh, okay. Because what is it, 4K?
It's IMAX.
Oh, so yeah. So it's pretty much 4K.
Yeah. But it's also the stretched bigger screen.
Yeah.
So you get the stuff on the
curve.
side and whatnot.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
it'll be interesting. I've never actually gone and seen a movie in IMAX that deserved to be in IMAX because it used to be the only IMAX theater in town. Had shit on the screen.
The Palms?
Okay, so the only other one in town.
Okay, because I was like, I remember watching the Palms.
Back in the day,
Back in the day.
when Regal was the only other one. At
Okay,
the
so
Red
it was a
Rock.
Century, wasn't it?
No, it was at Red Rock.
Oh, it was Red
It
Rock?
was the Red Rock Regal.
Oh.
And they had scuff marks or something on the fucking screen.
Like someone threw shit at it? Or?
Yeah, there was big black scuff marks dead center. And it took them years to fix it before they finally fixed it. And it's like, I'm not going to go and pay to watch a movie projected on a damaged fucking screen. And especially because IMAX tickets are more expensive.
They are. They're like, what, $19 off the cut?
I stopped going to the Palms after they stopped doing the big premieres in the cars and all that. I've only actually been to the Palms one time in probably the last 10 years, and that was when we went and saw Aladdin. It was because we were going with some friends, and that was the only theater showing it for a time that worked for their jobs and life and whatnot. So we went and saw the live-action Aladdin there. I mean, it's still kind of a nice theater.
It is. And I mean, it's a nice casino.
Yeah.
Okay, food.
They do consistent facelifts.
Yeah. Oh, they just had one when the Chick-fil-A opened up over there.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A sucks.
You're right, but I'm just saying that when something else pops up, they say we need to change a few things. Make
well,
things
and
more streamlined.
And we definitely live in a town where it's it's ever growing, updating and whatnot. And there's places that choose not to do it. Remember the carousel of slot machines at Circus?
Right next door to it, yeah.
The carousel broke down and they have just not fixed it.
No,
It doesn't not spin anymore. It just sits there.
Yeah.
Hi, chat.
Yeah, it's there, and then when you look at the signage, it looks like it's from 1950.
I mean, the place smells like it's from 1950.
Yeah. I bet that what is it, $2.99 steak and what is it, steak and eggs
I don't even know.
breakfast. Yeah,
Probably.
yeah. They still have that, by the way, and the steak is like a nice little 10-ouncer.
Piece of shoe leather.
Yeah, I mean, apparently it's pretty good.
It's probably not even cow.
It would not be surprised. We live in a town of cheats and steel.
But yeah, so it'll probably go Book of Boba Fett. What If probably in between as the episodes of Book of Boba Fett come out, and then Eternals, and then I'll be caught back up on everything.
As for me, I think I just have Black
All of
Widow.
Mandalorian, Black Widow,
I don't.
Hawkeye, Eternals, and What If. Oh no, you
did
did
What
What If.
Eternals.
I didn't do What If. So yeah, you've got 2 movies, 2 TV shows.
Yes. Well, one TV show.
Mandalorian, Hawkeye.
No, I'm not doing Mandalorian. I don't know, man. I've gotten spoiled on season 2 stuff. That's the only reason why that one actually pisses me off.
Chat says Circus Clown scares me. The one that's the sign.
The big one that's. I mean, there's also the live clown. I don't know if they still have that now.
What?
The live clown show.
I don't know.
That's in the middle of the Midway.
I don't know. I haven't been there in years.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Anyone that says the Adventure Dome is still fun is fucking lying.
That thing is a rusty needle in the side of the strip.
You know what's funny is MGM used to have an amusement park. There was a fire, and they closed that shit down. Wet Wild used to be on the strip, and they closed
Right next to the Sahara, yeah?
Yeah, and they closed that down. The Sahara ripped out their casino, turned to a different casino, or not casino, ripped out their roller coaster, turned themselves into a different casino, and then went back to the Sahara, but did not bring back the roller coaster.
Yep.
New York has had to do things like adding, you can get married on the roller coaster, adding VR to the roller coaster, stuff like that to justify having it anymore. Just accept it. Nobody wants to do shit like that on the Strip. Put that shit outside of town.
Yeah, either that.
Wet
or,
n Wild has done amazing off Strip.
Yeah, and then you've got down on Fremont Street, you've got that thing that allows you to go down the Fremont Experience, that whole overpass thing.
Oh, the zipline thing?
Yeah, the zipline thing. And they said that you can go face up as there's like things going down the sides, and I'm like, that seems like an okay experience.
My mom did the zipline, scared the shit out of her, but she also doesn't like heights.
But yeah, I mean, it's also about 3 stories, 4 stories up. That's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not, Grand Canyon or anything.
Yeah, it's not.
She didn't handle it well.
Yeah.
Back to the news stuff, though. So then, what's the next Disney project we're expecting after that? Miss Marvel's not for a bit.
Not probably going to be Moon Knight in March.
There's nothing before Moon Knight?
I don't know. I have no idea.
The power of Google right there.
Right.
What's the next Marvel project to release?
Oh, here we go. Oh, wait, 12 more rows. Let's get all the rows. Okay, so starting on my home. This is the movies. So the next movie is going to be Thor. No, wait. No, it's going to be Doctor Strange. Why is this out of order?
Yeah, that's weird.
Okay, so it's going to be Doctor Strange, then Thor, then Black Panther, and then the rest.
Chat, Black Panthers keeps getting delayed. Won't get into the drama, but the newest thing is their current stars refusing vaccines and people are getting sick.
And then you have the other, the hashtag that's rolling around Twitter, and I'm not a big fan of the Twitter hashtag because
What's that?
Hashtag replace T'Challa.
Oh yeah, I've heard about people doing that. I guess
don't
quote me on this, but I think Chadwick's brother has come out and said he'd be okay with it, and that's what's really pushed that. Yeah, we don't have solid dates on Moon Knight, She-Hulk, What If Season 2.
But it's all on 2022, and then you got the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special 4.
Bless you. Bless you.
Oh, thank you.
And then Ms. Marvel just says summer. So yeah, Secret Invasion as well.
Yeah.
But they only just recently confirmed that Smulders is coming back as Maria Hill for that, which means that they're still working on that. So I'm going to bet that it's probably going to stick to being Doctor Strange being the next thing to drop.
Well, wait, March for Moon Knight.
It just says 2022.
It said March, and I'm going to go with that because it's supposed to release literally after Loki, but that got pushed back because of the Backstreet Boys reunion tour. So, I mean, I don't...
Yeah, it's really confusing to anyone that doesn't know what you mean.
Yeah. COVID. I mean, COVID.
Moon Knight just says 2022 on IMDb.
On IMDb? Okay. I thought it just got pushed back to March, like 17th or some random ass number.
Go back down to the shows real quick.
The shows?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, they do have it there. I was going to say, they need to add Ironheart on there if they don't have it. Do they have armor?
What is Ironheart?
She is another power armor hero.
Okay.
She's younger. She's a black girl. And she's another like Iron Man power armor person. Kind of like rescue and whatnot.
Does she build it herself, or?
I haven't actually read her origins, so I'm not sure.
Okay, but this is gonna be. I mean, all of what Feige's doing has been very fun and very interesting. So.
Oh yeah, we've also got Marvel Zombies is confirmed going to get its own show.
Okay.
Fantastic Four somewhere in the future.
Yeah.
We're getting Spider-Man freshman year. I forgot about that. That's the animated origin story of the MCU Spidey. That way they don't do another live action one and everyone doesn't fucking throw a fit about, oh, we don't need to see the thing we've seen 20 times. You've seen it twice. Chill the fuck out. You've seen Batman's origin story more than you have Spider-Man. Shut up. You realize there's just as many Batman actors now as there have been James Bond actors?
Michelangelo, this is where I watched my parents die.
Cow, bummer.
Was that a real?
Yep. I have it. I love it.
I'm just gonna put this over my eyes.
Oh yeah, Agatha confirmed to get her own show as well.
Right there. Agatha House of Harkness.
And then we got
You
plenty
misspelled
of movies.
darkness.
Got plenty of other movies coming out too.
Yeah.
So
I mean, there's a lot. There is a lot. But I think maybe the next one's probably going to be Moon Knight.
Yeah.
I'll fix my hat.
either Moon Knight or Doctor Strange. I mean, we have a Doctor Strange trailer. We have a Moon Knight trailer. So
Whatever comes first. We'll enjoy it.
March. It's a long time.
It is a very long time.
Mexican Pizza returns 2022.
Yeah.
Taco Bell's bringing it back. The one thing I ate at Taco Bell they got rid of, and I went, oh, okay, I never have to go back again. Now they're bringing it back, and I'm still not going to go back.
I mean, they brought back the Fiesta potatoes. I wouldn't be surprised if they brought everything back.
I don't like Taco Bell.
It's a matter of time. Hey, you want a free colonoscopy?
No.
Oh.
I'm good.
So, we're just going to kind of brush up on this. I played a little bit, very, very, very little bit of Black Desert Online. I found it to be a really nice walk-around game, and the music made me sleepy. But as an MMO, it was very vibrant, very nice, very grindy. I follow a streamer who used to exclusively play this. I don't know if he still does, but I used to watch it and chat with him, reminisce. And it's getting an overhaul, a huge class reboot, and it's taking some pretty interesting, animations. I never muted the... I like being me on days that end in Y. So it's taking old animations and giving them a new life to them. It's changing them from... what is it? Old busted to the new hotness.
I'm stupid. I was looking at that going, why is it darker on the after the update? Not realizing they were just showing the one and we're going to switch over. So I'm sitting there going, why did they make it darker? How does that make it better?
Yeah.
Then you hit play and it transitioned and I went, oh.
Yeah, the before there was no visible cue, because I think that might be a good pushback, but now after it gives you an actual pulse, something to showcase that you did something.
Yeah, there's 16 of these or 17 of these?
17 classes fine-tuned for the next generation of play. I might actually nab this on Game Pass because it is there. I might grab it, take a peek at how it plays on the series, if I can ever break away from Destiny long enough to do that.
I have so much to do.
Hey, as I keep, I know, as I keep telling you, if you ever need a hand getting through anything, I've got my backpack on. I can help you. All right, have a good night, Socks. Is it time for that or?
Real quick, just while we're mentioning the Destiny thing.
Okay.
A lot of what I have to do, I feel bad making people go through, because it's gonna be a lot of stupid grinding things where it's like, oh, I have to go through and complete this with this subclass. I have to go through and complete it again with that subclass, and so on and so forth.
It's that's very very few things you have to do that.
Yeah, but still,
I know. But afterwards, things like just go through. If you want to do prophecy, you no longer have to go through. Luckily, you can grind better weapons out of Grasp of Avarice.
Well, that reminds me, I still have some coins to cash in before tomorrow at midnight.
Coins?
Or not coins, but the things that get you exotics.
Oh, the Forsaken. Yeah.
Those expire tomorrow at midnight, and I still have
2. I think you spent 1.
I spent 1
on Last Word, right?
Yeah. No, Ace of Spades.
Ace of Spades. That's right. And then I have
2.
You have 2. So you need to get. I would say get something that you would have a good time with. Probably Jotun.
I meant to tell you, I had another drop. Got another exotic drop.
Yeah. He's been showing me all of his exotic drops, and I've been getting excited for him because it's that's the good kind of grind. But as soon as you get everything, you're just like, what now?
You know what's funny is I wasn't even grinding for this. It fucking dropped.
It dropped. Yeah.
During a strike or during Gambit, I don't remember which.
It's always the weird ones that I get during Gambit. I got a really good roll for a really shitty exotic on Gambit. I believe it was my Lunafaction. No, it was Geomag. Geomag Stabilizers. That was a 71.
Let me get off the Wi-Fi. It's running a little spotty.
Yeah, it is running a little spotty, but it is what it is.
It doesn't want to load. What's the final date for getting all the Forsaken stuff done? It's the end of February, right?
February 22nd. I'm gonna check right now. Which Queen release?
It loaded.
February 22nd.
I flipped the phone and it unloaded. There we go.
Oh yeah, you showed me that one.
Oh.
And I just never commented on it because it's what is it? Throw an extra melee?
No, that was
The one before.
the one before that one.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so that's the throw extra. What's the Gwyn?
It is.
Is it?
Ask me while I had it up.
I'm sorry. I think it's the Blade Barrage.
It doesn't want to load.
Even still.
It might be.
Even still, try and find a good pair of Lucky Pants. Lucky Pants is probably the ones that I would say try and go out of your way to find if you were doing like Lost Sectors.
How do you get the stuff to Masterwork a Legendary?
The golf balls?
Not the golf balls. The catalysts. How do you get catalysts?
Zur. But you don't need those to Masterwork.
Oh, okay. I can't Masterwork Sweet Business.
Okay. That
I said legendaries. I meant exotics.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So in order to get the catalyst for Sweet Business, it's a random drop from Strikes, Gambit, and I think that one's Crucible. Let's find out.
The vest we were talking about. It is roving assassin. Each spectral blade kill you make before going into stealth will restore more of your super energy.
Yeah, so it allows you to go through it. So the catalyst for Sweet Business is, I think that one is. How to acquire? Is it just tell me if it strikes? Just tell me if it strikes.
Right, and chat saying some catalysts are random drops, and
yep,
I've gotten random drops for certain catalysts, but they're always catalysts for weapons that I'm just like I don't care.
Yeah,
I need the catalyst for this.
Like Le Monarch does not have a catalyst because it's strong on its own.
Yeah.
Devil's Ruin does not have a catalyst. Tiku's has one, but it doesn't need it. I mean, having them be random drops is kind of like if you're using the gun in the strike, I think it should have a higher percentage chance of dropping. Like, I've got the Ace of Spades. I've never used it once. I already got the Ace of Spades catalyst that I have to work on. But I'm like...
Speaking of random drops...
Work on it.
Lauren's playing Pokemon Sword right now.
Yeah.
And it had this thing where you get an Eevee if you have Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. Which she does. So they gave her an Eevee.
Okay.
And she sat there and worked on it and got it ready and found the stone. She was going to make it into a Vaporeon. And it wouldn't work. And she looked it up. You have to catch an Eevee. You can't do it on the one they give you.
Yeah, the one they give you is locked.
Yeah. So she's trying to find an Eevee. It's not showing up. She knows it's on Route 4. Trying to find it. Apparently, it's got a 1% chance.
Yeah.
It showed up while she was in the bathroom. Like I was walking around, found it. I got her into battle, left it for her. She comes in, and she goes to an attack, and it fucking critical hit. Her one attack critical hit it. And KO'd the Eevee in one hit.
That sucks.
Yeah. So she's like, I don't even know what to fucking do now. All right, now you can do the sound.
But shoe news. So speaking of,
Those are actually kind of cool.
Yeah, speaking of Book of Boba Fett, Adidas has decided to introduce some new shoes. Talking about them with some very, very apparent hints of Boba Fett and Mandalorian-ish, because there's another one that I think all these are just called Boba Fett. Yeah, I think both of those are just called Boba Fett. But yeah, both of them are just called Boba Fett. So one shoe, you've got NMOATA. Does that mean anything to you, or is it NMD?
I don't know. It does not mean anything. I mean, ATA does.
What is ATA?
All terrain. Oh no, it's missing the other T. So no, it doesn't.
Oh,
Could be ATAT. All terrain.
Attack transport.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
So what is it?
NM. I think that's a D. Can I get a bigger image, please? No, that's as big as it's gonna be.
I think it's a D.
I think it's a D.
And then
here we go. Yeah, it's a D.
ATA.
ATA. And then there's a file down below, C:/PN/ATA/option A_V1. So
I'm not getting shit from that.
Yeah.
The shoes came up.
Well, the shoes came out. That's good. I don't know, because it's not Adidas. No, it's not Adidas. I don't know, but hopefully maybe the show might introduce something with it.
No, I think that's just the name of the shoe. Because
Okay.
the NMD is an Adidas shoe,
Oh.
like in general. So
Okay.
I'm assuming the NMD is the shoe, and then the ATA is probably just alternative or something like that.
Okay. Well, in short, both these shoes are going to be premiering out
Ooh, I
tomorrow.
don't like that one.
Huh? This one?
Now that I'm seeing the back's rubbery side of it, I don't like that.
It's a little speckle
I like
and
the other
weird.
one better.
Yeah. This one here looks a little bit better.
Yeah.
Both these are going to be $150, and they premiere tomorrow on the 30th. Oh no, I take that back. The lighter one that you don't like is only $100.
Oh, of course, it's the cheaper one I don't like. So I like that it's got the bounty hunter on the tongue of the shoe.
Yeah.
So we got a new Boba Fett show. We got new Boba Fett shoes. I'm happy. I'm happy.
Good.
You gonna watch Book of Boba Fett?
As of right this minute, I don't know. I'm not gonna say yes and bind myself to something I know I'm not gonna keep up with.
I think you would enjoy it.
I'm
I'm just assuming. I haven't actually watched it yet. So
okay.
all right.
Seeing as we're not kind of gliding off of gaming as of yet, considering we're here to support charities. Warner Brother Games, build your own bundle. We did talk about a Batman-centric bundle earlier in the year, but this one here involves those in a collection set, so you can get even more. You pick 3 or more games, you get 83% off, 85% off, and a full 90% off of an already deal. So let's throw in the Arkham Collection. Let's throw in Mortal Kombat 10 XL. Let's throw in all 3 Fears. Oh, wait, no, that's a complete pack. Oh, never mind. I can actually just get the collection. So let's actually back out of that and kill Fear 3. Let's see. What else is there? There's the you know what? I want to see what DC supervillains.
They don't
Lego
have
DC supervillains.
So they don't have a combo pack of that one and one of the Batmans.
Negative Ghost Rider.
Okay. I was gonna say because there's also Lego Batmans. So
Yeah, and let's do Lego Star Wars: The Force Awakens Deluxe Edition. Boom. There's 5 games. Boom. $22.50. That's not bad for 5 really well. The Fear Complete Pack and the Batman Arkham Collection with Mortal Kombat XL.
XL is actually my least favorite of the most recent Mortal Kombat games.
But
for $3,
yeah,
I'll take it.
yeah. Holy cow!
So, and you're supporting charity.
And you're supporting charity. 20% goes to charity. Or actually, I think you get to spread this one out too. Let me double check. Doesn't state, but yeah, it doesn't state, but something tells me it does. They're not gonna not do that.
All right. So if you guys want to check this out, make sure you check out the Home Bundles website.
Save $202.
By doing it that way. You can also grab our link in the description. Go support some charities.
But also supporting things I'm kind of into. The new Batman trailer that just dropped a couple days ago.
I'm so back and forth on this movie.
You are.
For many reasons. One of them, DC's been a shit show.
DC has been a shit show since what would you say? Superman Begins?
Man of Steel, you mean?
Man of Steel, thank you.
Yeah. I was sitting there going, there's Batman Begins. But that was okay.
That was okay.
That leads to Dark Knight.
You're right.
And Dark Knight Rises kind of took a step down, but that was because they broke up the franchise.
But it also wasn't too bad, but it was...
I still would have liked to have seen what Christopher Nolan had originally planned before changing all of his plans with because of the death of Heath Ledger.
Yes.
Because that's what happened. Originally, he was going to do a much bigger franchise, and then Heath passed, and he decided we're just going to wrap it up with one
more. Yeah. And, I mean, it wasn't bad. It was entertaining. Yeah.
They fucked up Bane. They fucked up Talia.
I like to be fair, I like that Bane. Not the the luchador I will break your back style, but it did a more modernized and American.
DC does have better animated content, and that's because it's the same 5 guys running it that have always ran it. You still got Bruce Timm in there doing shit.
Like when you showed me part 1 and part 2 of Long Halloween.
Yeah, I didn't like the ending of part 2.
I'll admit I also didn't like it because I read the comic that you showed me. But I will admit it was entertaining, start to finish. There was no bad scenes.
I will also say people are slightly sleeping on Marvel animation. So they're saying the chat's saying DC has better animated content, Marvel has better live action. Marvel, you can't hold a candle to Marvel's live action with where DC is at right now. But when you're looking at the animation, first of all, I think we're going to be seeing some really good stuff coming. You said What If was great.
What If was great.
That's Marvel animation. We're going to be getting the zombie show.
Do you count Into the Spider-Verse?
Into the Spider-Verse is technically Sony, so I can't count it. Although amazing.
So, but it is Marvel, so for the sake of it, it is under the banner of Marvel.
Yeah, but it's not being made by Disney, as where all the DC stuff comes from Warner Brothers, because Warner Brothers owns DC outright.
Okay. All right. I'll concede. I will concede that point then.
But the Avengers Assemble show is actually a lot of fun.
Okay.
The Guardians of the Galaxy show from Ironstand has been great. I haven't actually sat down and watch it. But the big thing I'm going to say is we are getting the X-Men animated series that is picking up where the 90s X-Men animated series left off.
So we're getting Rise of the Sentinels Part 2 after all these years? I'm actually excited for that, because if we're getting Rise of the Sentinels Part 2, then that means we're going to... Ooh, is that going to be connected?
They're saying they're continuing the animated series.
Right, but
are you saying it's going to be connected to the MCU?
Yeah.
No. This is
Well,
just an animated.
that's fine. I'll be okay with it. I'm not gonna cry tears or anything.
But yeah, in general, DC does have better animation. I just don't think Marvel is as bad as people say. It's actually got a lot of really good points.
Yeah.
MODOK was actually a lot of fun. I didn't finish it, but
I want to see
was
Hush.
fun.
I might pop on HBO Plus.
HBO
or
Max.
Max. Thank you
For Hush.
For Hush.
But this Batman trailer, it takes me back into wanting to see this movie again after I fell out of wanting to see this movie because it is such a back and forth with the DC live action.
So the first trailer had a lot of scenes that were already here, which made us go, okay, that's cool. The Riddler's being a haha kind of individual while also being very serious. He is being very serious. This one kind of throws a wrench in it with also throwing in Selena, Catwoman, and being very aggressive with it. And then you get the final line at the very end with the Riddler going, I know who you are. And I'm like, that is very interesting.
So when they announced that it was going to be, what is his name? The actor.
Colin?
No, Batman.
Pattinson.
Pattinson. When they announced it was going to be Robert Pattinson, I was iffy, but I was like, he's not a bad actor. He just was in some bad movies.
Sure.
So I was like, okay, maybe. And then I saw the first trailer, and I was like, this looks kind of good. And then they announced that Colin Farrell was going to be Cobblepot, and I was like, ugh.
But then
I saw him, and I was like, oh, okay. But the entire time I'm still going, oh, it's DC live action, though. And reminder, that Suicide Squad movie did happen, not the James Gunn one, the first one. And reminder, Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, those movies didn't happen. Justice League. But I'm still like, maybe. And then they announced Kravitz was going to be Catwoman. I was like, I've never seen her act, but I want to give her a chance.
She looks good.
And I actually really like the subtlety of the costume, where it's a ski mask, but it's just got two little bumps
Doubles,
right there to give her the ears, just barely, which is kind of nice.
You got a lot of cats. That I will admit, that line delivery was actually really good.
I have a thing for strays. The one thing I don't like is, they do the good old "Who are you" thing, and then Batman beats the living fuck out of a Joker goon, and goes, "I'm vengeance," and I'm like, you could have delivered that line better. First of all, second of all, the line is "I am vengeance." Let's not be a lazy Batman.
But how do you like Andy Serkis as Alfred?
I like Andy Serkis a lot as an actor. Him as Alfred is interesting. I think we had our chance of having the greatest Alfred ever, and it was, wasted on some bad movies with, I'm spacing on his name. Did it for Batman v Superman. It's the voice of fucking Scar.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know his name, though.
It's right there on the tip of my tongue. Oh, fucking hell. What is it? It's right there.
Jeremy Irons.
I thought that was our chance at having the best Alfred we've ever had. And that being said, I've liked every Alfred we've had, including the Batman 66 Alfred. But I thought he was going to be the best Alfred, and he got stuck being an Alfred for some bad movies. And so I was like,
Reprise role.
yeah, and I kind of wish he would reprise his role. So Andy Serkis's Alfred, I'm okay with it.
What?
Yeah, he's the bad guy in the Dungeons and Dragons movie.
I'm gonna have to watch those. I heard they were terrible.
It's just the one, and it is absolutely horrific.
I heard there was 2 of them.
There might be a sequel, but he's not in it.
Okay.
And it is horrific. And in an interview, when asked why he did it, he says, "I had just bought a castle. I needed the money."
Okay. First part. Second one.
They're supposed to be remaking it though. Like they're supposed to be making a new Dungeons and Dragons movie.
I want to. If it doesn't have Minsky and Boo, I think I'm gonna have a problem.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Minsky and Boo, the legendary hero and his pet flying squirrel.
Oh, okay. I highly doubt it's gonna have that.
Aim for the eyes, Boo.
I mean, what is a squirrel girl? I mean, she did beat up Thanos by herself.
I mean, yeah, legendary hero. Why not?
Did you know the AT&T commercial lady was supposed to be Squirrel Girl? Got to the point of doing test shots with the costume and everything.
AT&T.
The lady that does AT&T commercials.
I haven't seen an AT&T commercial then.
Pull up.
I am.
Do AT&T girl or something.
Let's just go with that and hope for the best.
That one. That lady.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
And then look her up for Squirrel Girl. This show ended up not happening and then not getting picked up.
I spelled squirrel wrong.
But they actually got to the point of doing like some test shots with costumes and shit. And I was like,
Yeah.
she would have been amazing. This would have been great. I think it would have been a lot of fun. I think the bottom left one's the actual test shots.
This one?
Yep.
I would have liked that a lot.
Yeah, and then the show did not happen. So,
I mean, Squirrel Girl, I haven't seen that much of, but from what I have seen, it does seem like it would have been a lot of
she kind
fun.
of got a comic version of the Guardians of the Galaxy treatment, where it was this goofy kind of bleh character in the comics, and then they went through and they fixed her, and they've made her into this great thing that she is now. And it's kind of like what they did with the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, where James Gunn took a bunch of like characters and
blew them the fuck up.
yeah.
Okay.
So that's kind of what happened with Squirrel Girl.
Well, I'm glad Moon Knight's getting that treatment soon. Which
I mean, maybe movie-wise, but I mean, he's been strong in the comics for a long time.
yes,
Random bullshit. No.
yeah, random bullshit. Or the 6-line conversation he has with Frank. Hey Frank. Hey Mark. How's the psychosis? Good. How's the dead family? Good. How do you like your coffee? With less shrapnel in it, but I'll do.
But back to the Andy Serkis's Alfred thing. I like Andy Serkis, so I'm fine with him being Alfred. I think he'll play the role well. But I think Jeremy Irons was probably the best Alfred, and we didn't get to see him be the best Alfred. And that's with Michael Caine having been phenomenal.
Okay.
So that's where I'm at on that.
Okay.
So, I mean, the Batman movie's looking pretty good. While we're talking about it, HBO Max did announce that no 2020 release date films will be released on HBO Max for the same-day theater, same-day streaming app thing. And that means the Batman is technically on that list now since it is 2022. However, they did come out and say, that's not true. We will still release it on HBO Max despite it having a 2022 date because it was part of the original lineup when we announced we were going to do the same-day release date.
Thank you, HBO, for being a really cool service. Because wasn't HBO like really stickler about like a lot of things that were once shown on their network and like were very... So how much are you going to give us for that primetime?
Probably, but you have to remember that HBO used to be its own company
Yes.
and is now owned by AT&T.
Oh.
Well, it's now owned by Warner, which is now owned by AT&T.
Yes. Okay.
So HBO has changed a lot as the company. I mean, hell, HBO used to be an adult channel too, which when AT&T bought everything went, yeah, no, and got rid of all that.
Oh.
So it's definitely been through its changes. But we still have a little bit more Batman for you.
I like Kevin Conroy.
Okay, I love Kevin Conroy, first of all.
Yes.
And there's some great Kevin Conroy stories out there, and I'd love to meet the man one day.
Yes.
Batman the Animated Series is also one of the greatest things that has ever happened to Batman, and it brings us back to the previous conversation of animated DC being phenomenal. This is where it all starts. It starts with this show. It starts with Bruce Timm, Paul Dini, all those guys over there doing this show.
Beautiful artwork, Art Deco across the board, but at the same time you have the contrast of Batman just hitting up the scene, being the pop, even though there is no fucking color.
Yeah, well, and one of the great things is the way they figured out to do that artwork. They then eventually had to stop doing it because people were having to like paint it, and the fumes were making them sick.
Oh, really?
But originally they were taking black paper
And painting on that
to make it so dark and whatnot.
Oh, wow.
So Batman the Animated Series starts right after Batman, the first movie, Batman 1989. Michael Keaton, Jack Nicholson, directed by Tim Burton, comes out. They go on to make Batman the Animated Series. And then you'll get the second Batman Returns, and you'll see some ramifications from that in this series. But then the series really starts to kind of take a life of its own and start doing its own things. The series creates Harley Quinn. Paul Dini creates Harley Quinn. It also hammers out some of the details of some of the villains. For instance, Mr. Freeze.
Yes.
Mr. Freeze was always just an ice goon, like Captain Cold or any other fucking ice-based villain in DC. But the show goes through and gives him Nora and does
The
all
Cure
that.
and all that.
Yeah, makes this whole character that we actually end up getting to see represented in the movies because it was so big in the show that got represented in the comics, and then the movies wanted to do it. We just ended up with Schwarzenegger for some reason.
Stay cool.
Chill.
The Ice Age. Ah.
But the show is a huge part of animation history, it's a huge part of DC history, and
That's my childhood.
yeah, and it got several branch offs. I mean, the Superman animated series is based off of this. James Earl Jones for Maya Alfred. What? I don't know anything about Batman, but James Earl Jones for Maya Alfred. Like, as in Darth Vader?
I mean, what did he do with it, Alfred?
Interesting. I feel like 2020 wouldn't allow you to make a black guy a butler. Just putting that one out there.
Neutral. I mean, I can see him being a pretty good Alfred.
No, I think he'd be amazing. I think he'd kick everyone's ass, too. He could definitely be the Alfred that fights people.
The whole when Wayne Manor is being breached into, and he goes, Batman may have the reservations of killing, but I do not share those same reservations. As he loads a frickin' Winchester.
One of the
double barrel.
reboots of Batman in the comics got us the ex-military Alfred, and it's kind of become more of a thing. To the point that is basically the Alfred in the Gotham series. He's very hardened.
SAS style.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's teaching Bruce to fight, throwing fists, stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. The early start was... Yeah, because how would he have learned if not for Alfred? Like, how would he have fought?
Yeah. I do like more of a mellow nowadays Alfred, who we don't expect to suddenly whip out a gun and blow away the Joker if he's broken into the mansion.
Right. And I mean, that would be a good idea.
But back to Batman the Animated Series.
Yes.
So, you get the Superman show, and then the Batman the Animated Series goes through several name changes as they add characters. The DC wants to do a teenage Batman, and they're like, no, but that's weird. And so the people of Bruce Timm and Paul Dini and the other people whose names I can't remember right now and deserve credit as well come up with the idea of Batman Beyond and Terry McGinnis, which is such a big deal. It gets adapted into the comics, made canon in the comics.
And it's a really good one.
Yeah.
Like, having a futuristic one where... did he break in to Wayne Manor?
Yes.
Okay. And he just stumbled into the Batcave.
Yep. And stole a suit.
And stole the prototype suit.
Yep.
That gets shut down.
Yep.
And then has to convince Bruce to turn it back on.
Or he's going to get shot.
Yeah.
So it's now the animated films are all kind of set in that universe. It's just the Justice League show is that, like, the Static Shock show is connected to it. It's all a huge thing. To the point that they've actually done comic books picking up where the show left off and continuing it.
And you bought some of those.
Yes.
I kind of want to take a peek at those later on.
But the reason why we're talking about Batman the Animated Series.
Yes.
There was talks that there was going to be a continuation on HBO Max. And now it seems like that's not happening. Instead, what we're getting is Batman the Animated Series as an audio drama featuring original cast members Kevin Conroy as Batman and Bruce Wayne, John Glover, so that would be the Riddler, but you would also know him as playing the mad scientist that creates Poison Ivy and Batman Forever, or as Lionel Luthor in Smallville. Yeah, he's played DC characters multiple times, like different DC characters.
I never... Wow.
Yeah. And more, they say. Alan Burnett, who served as the writer and producer of the show, they say has a great script, according to Conroy.
Okay.
And this brings me back to the I'm Vengeance thing. No, it's
I am
Vengeance. I am the Knight. I am Batman.
Batman.
I'm no Kevin Conroy by any means, but
I am
Juilliard
Batman.
trained.
Huh?
He went to Juilliard.
I mean, a lot of voice actors are Juilliard trained.
He was friends and even roommated a bit with Robin Williams, and therefore Superman, because Robin Williams was best friends with Superman, Christopher Reeve. So Batman and Superman hung out.
There was a bit of a talk a long time ago, back when I was on AOL, that
That's still a thing.
well, I mean, back when those AOL chat rooms were a thing.
I'm just saying.
That it bounced in my head a little bit ago. That what if Robin Williams played the Riddler?
So that was almost a thing.
I do recall.
It was also almost the Joker.
That I didn't know.
So they wanted Nicholson as Joker,
Sure.
but they didn't want to pay Nicholson straight to be the Joker. So they tested with Williams and started talking to Williams and flaunted it in front of Nicholson, said he would lower his price. Williams was pissed because he was basically used.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, there was also talks of him as the Riddler at one point. I don't know. I have troubles viewing him in tights.
Well, what if he was doing like the mobster looking one with the pinstripe pants and the overshirt
Yeah.
with the jacket?
I have troubles with like sinister Robin Williams.
I think he would have done well.
I mean, I wasn't a big fan of 1 Hour Photo. That's like the darkest I saw
I
him
know,
get.
but that was kind of like creepy though. It wasn't.
I know.
I mean, the man knows what Evangelion is. The man has seen the True Depression.
True.
Oh wow. Neon Genesis Evangelion.
So, but Batman the Animated Series as an audio drama. I gave a chance to the other audio drama that HBO Max did. I don't know if this one's necessarily coming to HBO Max, but I gave the other one a shot. The Gotham City serials or whatever. And it's fun and it's interesting, but you have to do it through HBO Max, which means you have to have a streaming app open on your phone if you want to do it, or be listening to it at home. So I put it on while doing dishes. And it was nice. It was interesting. But it's not quite the portability we expect in today's day and age from an audio-based
You're wanting
format.
it to slide over to Spotify.
Spotify, Apple Music, just put it on fucking regular podcast, or make it so that I can download it as an audio file on my phone from your app.
Yeah.
That way I don't have to have your app open, running, using data. And also, in my job, I use the camera on my phone, which means every time I open the camera, it
It stops
automatically
the-
pauses it.
Yeah.
Even though I'm just taking a photo, not a video. That's how the phones work.
Yeah. Because it thinks that it's going to interrupt
Yes,
your...
because it's a video format. As where, if I'm listening to an audiobook podcast,
It still goes.
pure audio, I can continue to listen to that as I use the camera.
Yes.
Hopefully, they make this one a little bit more obtainable. I know that they're trying to get people to buy into HBO Max, and that's why it's on HBO Max, and that's fine. But make it so that I can use my HBO Max account to get to it, and then use it without the HBO Max app. Let me download it and use it as an audio file, not as a video.
Yes.
Okay, next.
So,
Sanic.
this looks like a little bit of fun. In the same tree of Mario, Lego has decided to hit Sonic the Hedgehog.
He looks kind of like the original version.
He kind of does, but how do you make Sonic the Hedgehog in a Lego form? This is the best we're gonna get with it, and I'm not too mad. You get some of the Robotnik. What do they call them? There was a name for these where he changes the creatures into robot versions of themselves.
No idea.
Yeah, but even still, there's the crab one and the beetle one.
How do you feel about the fan theory that the design that we got for Sonic the Hedgehog was always the original design, that they only showed the bullshit design to get attention? Like it was a marketing play? To put all eyes on the movie?
But all that merchandise, though.
What merchandise?
There was a lot of merchandise that was going to be given at, like, KFC in Japan. I know that was one of the...
That's weird.
Yeah, there was a little bit of that. But I'm sure there was a whole bunch of merchandise that is out there that has old Sonic on it.
I don't like that.
But you got to figure they had the posters that were already out in the...
Posters are cheap, though.
Yes, but the harmful marketing,
True.
they turned it around. Similar to Symbiote. They turned it around. They even pulled in someone who worked on Sega, who worked on Sonic.
Gotcha.
So I'm going like this with that.
So this is called the Sonic the Hedgehog Green Hill Zone. It's even got a little placard at the bottom left for how many lives Sonic has, which is kind of cute.
All 7 Chaos Emeralds, Dr. Robotnik, or Eggman, however you want to call
Walrus.
him. Some beautiful golden rings hanging out, being floated up there. A one life, it's like a CRT that he breaks into, and he gets the one life. One for invulnerability, one for speed up. I thought there was one for a life, but I guess I was wrong. But this looks like it's a nice thing to build, and I would like to have this set just to kind of construct and have them on about.
Yeah. It's $70 and comes out New Year's Day.
Yeah. And man, it's interchangeable because I saw the shield and then the invulnerability.
Oh, they are
speed up.
TVs.
Yeah. Does it have the one up? No, it doesn't have the one. Oh, not on view. It has the one up. Oh, that looks interesting. Sorry, went on a weird little dive. Darth Vader meditation chamber.
I mean, only if I can force choke people.
No.
All right. Let's go ahead and wrap this up because we're running a little late.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Over on Amazon, something that Quincey kind of nudged me toward because I'm a fan of Cuphead. Cuphead, fast-rolling dice game. It looks like it's a very interesting build of a 20-minute game between 4 people, up to 4 people. Roll your dice as Cuphead, Mugman, Mr. Kettle, Elder Kettle, and Miss Chalice against one another with very, very quick, from what it looks like, very quick gameplay. Beat up bosses, trade points, help one another, or go against one another.
Interesting stuff. I definitely find it interesting whenever they come up with a concept of turning a video game into a board game.
The one that I saw and I actually managed to look at that looks good because of the figures, but it looks very confusing is the Bloodborne one. I love the figures of the Bloodborne one, but damn, does it look weird.
So how much is this set?
$50.
That's not bad.
Yeah, no, it's not bad. And then we were gonna talk a little bit about what we were talking about on our way here, about how what we're going to get is just continuously being hyper connected, and how someone who is literally lost to even themselves may open up even more doors.
Yeah, you're hoping for a new Defenders branched off of the Moon Knight show.
Yes, or something that can connect more things, just because everything seems kind of spaced out.
Yeah, the world blew up with the snap, or the blip, as they like to call it.
Yes.
That is another reason why you need to watch Hawkeye. You kind of get to see a little bit more of
What happened?
the people that got blipped, unblipping, and like what it was like for them.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
But yeah, the world got blipped, and there's a bunch of Avengers that are no longer around. So it would be nice to start feeling some connectivity again, and we're starting to get that a little bit in this phase. And so you're hoping Moon Knight's going to be the big anchor for that.
I'm hoping so, because Mark Spector, I have a few of the last run that I recall. I don't know about the current run, but it is so good. The covers, the art, I would love to get those, like, if we could get them poster sized and just thrown up on one of these walls. Like, real talk, it is that damn good looking. And the story itself of someone who thinks they are who they say they are and know they are, but are told otherwise.
So yeah, there is a current Moon Knight run. It started this year. The cover's actually really gnarly with a lot of rain, which is always a great thing to see if it's done right.
It kind of looks Spanish with its
a little bit
with its like gnarl.
So it came out July 21st. It's Jed Mackey as the or Mackey as the writer.
Doesn't sound familiar, but
I am Moon Knight. The mysterious Mr. Knight has opened his midnight mission. His people petitioning for protection from the weird and horrible. Moon Knight stalks the rooftops and alleys marked with his crescent moon tag, bringing violence to any who would harm his people. Mark Spector, and whichever guise he dons, is back on the streets. A renegade priest or of an unworthy god. But while I don't know how to say the god's name,
Khonshu
languishes in a prison that Moon Knight put him in, Moon Knight must still observe his duty, protecting these who travel at night. Let it be known, Moon Knight will keep the faith. That's the current run.
Yeah, and Khonshu is that. Yeah. I fucking love it. A man dressed dapper in like an old 1950s style suit, but has a bird of a
giant bird skull.
Bird skull. It's crow skull.
And there's other looks for him too. You got like the more of the Egyptian mummy look.
Yeah, this is from
We're
the
not
run.
showing.
This is from the run that I was in.
We're not showing.
Huh?
We're not showing.
Oh, we're not showing. Now we're showing. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is from the run that I recall. He basically says, every time you put on that cowl, sure, it's not the one that I gave you, but every time you put it on, you will see clearer. And every time you put that on, I want you to know that is what you need to see. And every time he puts it on, he gets the shit beat out of him. But he sees everything as what it is, or what it should be.
So yeah, I'm excited to see where the show goes and see which comics it picks. I mean, I'm expecting it to be its own story still.
God, that is such a good cover.
So, alrighty. That's what we got for you guys this week. Hopefully more next week when the holidays are all over.
Yeah, holidays have kicked our asses.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can kick them back.
Yeah. Kick the crap out of some holidays.
Yes. Remember to like, favorite, subscribe, tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell a frenemy. Remember to check down the links down in the description. And if you are watching the Twitch stream, down below the Twitch stream, I have added 2 little widgets that show our Twitter feeds.
You so see that me telling off IGN.
Yeah, it's telling off IGN or me being... Nope, can't say that. Just everything that's going on in our lives as far as sane as possible, of course.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.